Falcon fans, and of course, good old Atlanta Falcon fans. You already know what it is. You already know what to do. One time for the fan. We back. We live. We are talking Atlanta Falcons football in a Falcon way. Hope everybody's having a good time on this March Madness bracket Thursday. I'm sure a lot of you all are watching some college basketball today, or probably paying attention to any other sporting news or sporting events that's going on out there in the world. But we are live, y'all. One time for the fans back, man. We missed the show last night. Had a lot of stuff going on with my job, so I wasn't able to get there. But of course, when you got people like T. Will and Kerry and everybody around for one time for the fan, you know, everybody loves to talk Falcons football. So doing this dual stream tonight, it's actually going to be pretty cool. So we have one time for the fan live right now for the next hour. And then, of course, T will be going live on his channel. Should have some special guests and some people stop by to talk some Falcons football over there. So we're going to keep y'all engaged tonight. We're going to make sure everybody's entertained as we talk Falcons football. T Will, former ATO Sports, one time for the fan, man. How is everything going with you, sir?
Everything is going great, man. I have no complaints. I woke up today. I'm alive. I'm feeling good. These bunions don't hurt. My ankles are not swollen. All is well within my Falcon world. And hey, man, glad to see you. Glad to see these folks in the chat. We got King Atlanta supporter. We got DSGB Hall. We got Miss Auntie Pam in the house. And you know what else we got, Jack? You know what else we got, right? You know what else we got, Jack?
What we got, sir? What we got?
We got a super chat from D.
We got us a super chat. Big shout out to Dwayne Ruffin in the chat early.
What up, D?
The super chat
going on, D?
Big shout out to Deke in the chat, man. Checking in from the West Coast, man. Glad to see you here on this Thursday evening, Thursday afternoon for you over there on the West Coast, talking Falcons football with us, man. Got some things to go over, some offseason news. Deke is, of course, in the building with Auntie Pam and some other Dirty Bird Falcon fans in here too as well. Deke says, "My people, we back at it." T-Will, we back at it again.
We back at it again, man. Back at
That's
it
what we
again.
love to do.
Let's get it. That's
what we love to do. We love to talk Falcons, right? We talked about this multiple times here on the stream. One time for the fan, from the fan, for the fan. And, you know, we do have the Breakfast with One Time for the Fan show tomorrow morning. So make sure you guys set your alarm clocks to be up early for that, 9 o'clock, 9:15 or so. Grab your breakfast, you know, make sure you're all prepared to talk some more Falcons news and off-season updates. And, you know, we have a great time on the morning show on Fridays because everybody is usually either heading to work or, you know, on the way to drop off the kids to school or getting ready to head to the gym or do whatever they get ready to do for their morning duties. And, of course, they get a chance to pop in here, talk some Falcons. We've gone 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, sometimes even 5 hours. We done turn breakfast into lunch and sometimes close to dinner on Breakfast at One Time for the Fans. So once again, man, one time for the fan, man, from the fan, for the fans. You guys are great. You guys do an amazing job in the chat, bringing your questions and, of course, your comments and your thoughts and your opinions about the Atlanta Falcons. And, of course, you know, being this so deep into the podcast game now, man, we just love to just include everybody here, you know, on One Time for the Fan. That's why you guys know that this is a platform to come speak about the Atlanta Falcons. And, you know, we definitely value everybody's opinion here. And, of course, some people have tagged their friends and told their Falcons family that, hey, you know, One Time for the Fan is live. If you're looking for a place to come chat about the Atlanta Falcons, this is the place. So big shout out to everybody who's been supporting One Time for the Fan. Recently, in the past couple of days, T. Will, you know, we had some Bucks fans in here and some Panther fans in here, and even a Miami Dolphin fan was in here the other night too, as well, talking Falcons with us. And big shout out to you all, man. Just really big shout out to you all. As you guys are just getting ready for this Thursday night, I'm trying to watch this parlay right here. See if I can hit this parlay real quick. I'm watching, but T. Will, it's March Madness, right? Yep. So for those that do have their brackets set up, I'm sure you guys probably saw earlier today, the Ohio State University probably messed up a lot of people's brackets. I'm sure a lot of people did not expect them to be knocked out so early. in the competition here. They had a tough game, man. Um, it's crazy because they put these brackets together. You know, teams that probably never seen each other before, never played each other in a while, and you know, my Gonzaga Bulldogs, they get a chance to play tonight against Kennesaw State. I know we represent the AT well. I know we love Georgia, but Kennesaw State is going down tonight. They're going down. So I just want to let that be known. It's going to be a very tough competition for them.
What if you guys lose to Kennesaw?
If Gonzaga loses tonight, I don't know, T-Will. I don't expect them to lose because they're a really good team right now. I know they had some troubles earlier in the season with some teams in their conference, but they should go in there and roll Kennesaw State tonight. Kennesaw State's been looking good too as well. They're pretty decent, right? They are playing on the West Coast, so hopefully, you know, a team like Kennesaw State got a lot of rest because you're playing in Gonzaga territory technically, even though it's over there in Portland tonight. But yeah, you got North Carolina who's beating VCU right now by 10 points. You got Michigan up on Howard, number 1 team in the country. You got Texas beating BYU by a point. Got Texas A&M beating St. Mary's by a couple of points. TCU with the major upset over Ohio State. Nebraska slapped Troy. Louisville beating South Florida. High Point, T-Will, High Point University beating Wisconsin. So I know a lot of people's brackets are really, really tight right now after seeing that. Duke come away with a close victory over Siena. Siena played them pretty tight going up to the second half. Vanderbilt beat McNeese University. Of course, Michigan State rolled North Dakota State. Arkansas beat Hawaii down. And we still have some really good games left to go. Georgia does play tonight. They play St. Louis tonight. Shout out to them dogs. But those other dogs, Gonzaga, Bulldogs, play Kennesaw State tonight. So that's going to be a big game for me to watch. Hopefully I can check that one on the way to the gym too as well. Big shout out to everybody here. Hold on, we got a special guest in the building tonight. We're going to start it off early, man. That boy Eric Parker's in the building.
What's going on, LBB? How you doing, man?
What's good?
What's good, man? Good to see Eric Parker here in the building. T-Will, former ATO Sports, one time for the fan. We haven't really gotten to the Falcons football talk yet, E, so I'm glad you're right here, man. You're right on time. How's everything going in your world, brother?
Man, I'm living. Still here. Kicking it.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Of course, you guys had a great show the other night, the Terry, Carey, and Eric show Monday nights. What's that, T-Will? 6:30? Did you guys go live on Monday nights?
6:30 p.m. or as Eric would say, whenever T-Will sends the leak.
Allegedly.
That's what
you guys had a great show. Big Little Country jumped on too as well. Talk some Falcons football with y'all. So chat, make sure y'all go over there, check that show out whenever they go live on Monday nights, 6:30 or so. But they definitely can keep you all engaged and entertained, just like we do here on One Time for the Fan. For tonight's podcast, we're going to keep it pretty light. I know T-Will has his show coming up too as well later on, where we're definitely going to get into some more Falcons football talk. Big shout out to DSGB Hall and King of Atlanta supporter, and of course Auntie Pam in the chat too as well, talking Falcons football. Mactown Dirty is in here talking Falcons football with us too as well. John Brooks is in the chat. John Brooks coming in here with the roast. At least he said what's up this time, T-Will. Last time he just came in here straight with the roast.
Fire.
He said, what up, Jack and T-Will? Yo, Jack, how is cutting the grass going so far? I'm just messing with you, Jack. Go Falcons. Big shout out to
firing
John Brooks, DSGB Hall with the What's Good EP. Big shout out to DSGB Hall, man.
What's good?
John Brooks, what it do?
Where do we start out, man? T-Will, Falcons have about $15-16 million in cap space still with after all these moves they've made. So it's leaving fans to believe. Shout out to 330 in the chat. He just popped in. Don't forget, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, wherever you guys are at, hit that follow, hit that share, hit that like. Get your people out there who watch Falcons podcasts and content creators like ourselves so we can get into y'all algorithm. T-Will, man, Falcons sitting about $15-16 million right now in cap space, leading people to believe, are they done in the free agency, T-Will? I know there's still a lot of spots left. There's still a lot of moves that they can make. Seeing Christian Kirk go to the 49ers on a 1-year deal, that was disappointing because I figured the Falcons could use a guy like Christian Kirk. The other day we did mention off of the moves that they made so far, it's possible they could go. And of course, everybody had their own opinion on the channel when we was talking about it. I had kind of stated that I think they can go wide receiver. I think they can go cornerback in the draft. They did sign a corner who used to play with the Raiders too as well. Seems like a solid depth piece move too as well. Possibly could be a heavy special teams role type of guy. But Billy Bowman coming back from that injury, when he's going to be available, I'm sure we'll find out to get some more news in the coming weeks. But T-Will, sitting where the Falcons are sitting right now, I have to be honest with you, T-Will, and you can jump in. Eric, jump in too as well. I'm really impressed with what Ian Cunningham has done, right? Because we was at a point where fans didn't know how much money we were going to spend. Could we make some splashy moves in the free agency? Was we able to go out and get some big name targets? I think he's doing a really good job of signing these 1-year deals, these 2-year deals, who have, a lot of experience in the NFL, who has played on teams to reach the next level. I mean, you got Austin Hooper, who not only played with us here, went over to the Patriots and made it to the Super Bowl, has some familiar tendencies with Kevin Stefanski too. Olamide Zaccheaus, who had a pretty good run with the Bears too as well. 15, 16 million after all of this. Well, how are we able to do this? Is Ian Cunningham really cooking like we think he is, or are we just lucky to be the Atlanta Falcons right now with this $16 million in cap space? Because we did bring in some players here.
Well, I think he's cooking, but I think he's getting his Alex Anthopoulos on in that he's signing a lot of 1-year deals, not a lot of high commitment. He's definitely raising the floor, but I think he's basically saying, look, our stars are our stars. We're going to go with that, and we're going to raise the performance level at the floor, and we're going to let our coaches coach and see where we end up. That's the thought process that I think they're going about, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think he's cooking. I ain't never seen us do this, but winning teams tend to have a lot of depth, and we haven't had that in the past. We haven't had a lot of depth, and like you said, he's raising the floor.
This is good. This is good, Falcon fans, that Ian Cunningham, coming in as a first-year GM over here with the Atlanta Falcons, is able to make these moves with the trust and the backing of Matt Ryan, Kevin Stefanski, Arthur Blank, and, of course, a lot of the executive team and coaching staff around him. Of course, going to these other coaches, Jeff Ulbrich and Tommy Rees, who do you guys want on offense? Who do you guys want on defense? It's good to see that Ian Cunningham is working amongst the group to making sure they get the right players to fit the system, to fit the scheme that they need. Because T-Will, Eric, let's be honest here. This free agency is not like the biggest free agency we've seen before. What is the splashiest move you guys seen? What team has wowed you outside of the Atlanta Falcons? Everybody seems to just be making moves to fill what they need right now, and of course keep it moving with their salary cap and what they got going on. I think the biggest thing I've heard was the Max Crosby situation with the Baltimore Ravens. I haven't seen or heard of a big splashy move where people are like, oh, no, we got to be scared of that team. That team's going to be pretty damn good. We got to be worried about that team. I haven't seen nothing.
No, it hasn't been.
Right.
It hasn't been no big outstanding move that just shifted the organization into, they definitely that team. I ain't seen it. It was a shocking move. The most shocking move to me was Mike Evans going to the 49ers, but I don't think that made the 49ers that much better.
Right. Totally agree. Mike Evans playing 10 plus years with the Bucs. Julio Jones type of move. Of course, the Buccaneers apparently was going to give him more money. He decided to take the high road and head out to the San Francisco 49ers. They also did pick up Christian Kirk. Of course, their offseason moves are bringing in Raheem Morris over there as the defensive coordinator. It's still not a wow type of thing. 49ers have been in the business of making it to the playoffs in the past couple of years with the roster that they have. And, of course, the coaching staff with Kyle Shanahan. T-Will, what team outside of the Atlanta Falcons? I think we're doing really good. I'm on like a A- B+ for the Atlanta Falcons. What team have you seen made like splashy moves, kind of finesse the free agency to like teams are like, wow, you got to watch this team. They're going to be really good in 2026.
That's a good question. I know that the Chiefs added to their running game by grabbing Kenneth Walker out of Seattle. So I think that's a good move. But overarching, that's a good question. I don't know. It's a good question.
T already knows if you don't have an answer, T that means there's no other team.
I'm sure there's some teams that have made some moves. I'm just really
like let's look over the league. What have the Giants done this offseason?
I don't know. Nothing that I'm really excited about.
Keeping that same division.
The Raiders have done a lot.
The Raiders, okay.
Have done a lot. The Vikings got what? 3 quarterbacks. They got Kyler Murray. They got JJ. And who else did they sign the other day?
Is Carson Wentz still staying out there?
Yeah, they got Minnesota. Yeah, they got Carson Wentz. They got JJ. They got 3 quarterbacks. The Steelers traded for Michael Pittman Jr. So, although I don't know if Big Ben is not, oh my God.
Who's their quarterback?
Aaron Rodgers. I don't know if he's coming back. So.
We don't know if he's coming. These are not wild moves made around the league, T. Will. I think as a Falcon fans, you should be really impressed with what Ian Cunningham was able to cook up with that cap space. We talked about it in the offseason before free agency started. Contract restructures, looking over AJ Terrell's contract, looking at Jake Matthews' contract. There wasn't that many guys on the team to go and restructure to get back $50, $60, $70 million. Next year, we're going to be cooking with a lot of money, but that's next year. For what Ian Cunningham has done so far, I am very impressed. And, of course, the Falcons still now sitting with around $15, $16 million. T-Will, there's some gaps in our roster. Eric, there's some gaps we got to talk about because we still need an additional running back right now. Right. Looking at the Scott Karasik, unofficial depth chart right now, are they going to be running with Bijan Robinson and, of course, Carlos Washington Jr.? Of course, he's a practice guy. Nathan Carter, too, as well. Do they add a guy in draft? Do they add a guy through free agency? The wide receiver room is still a little bit short. Them adding another cornerback still doesn't give me the overall grade that they won't go add a cornerback in the draft. I do think they do add another corner. But T-Will, just looking at the 15, 16 million, you're the GM. Eric, you're the GM. You're sitting in the room right now. You're looking at the depth chart. There's not too many big name players on the field right now that's still left to get a contract. What position would you go target with the money that you have right now? Because you've won over a lot of the fan base with these small market deals, bringing in players that we honestly feel good about. Olumi Zaccheaus, Azeez Ojulari, the guy, the defensive end from Cleveland, the special teams guy coming over from Arizona, Tillman, who used to play with the Georgia Bulldogs. T-Will, Eric, looking at the roster, 15, 16 million, what position is on your mind right now for this week if you had to go get somebody?
Cornerback. But who's out there?
That's a good question. T-Will, let's bring that up.
All right, let me go to Spot Track. You said cornerback?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see what Spot Track has to say, shall we? NFL free agents, come on, internet. Let's go to cornerback. I said cornerback. Gosh darn it.
Well, I got some right here.
All right, we got Alontae Taylor.
He went to the Titans.
No. I'm sorry. Let me go to available. Sorry about that. All right. We got Marshawn Lattimore. I'm good on Marshawn. You got
hold on now. Eric, we know that guy pretty well from years ago playing with the New Orleans Saints. Would that be a guy that you would take a 1-year deal on, Marshawn Lattimore?
I don't think he would come here, and I don't want him personally.
Right.
He's a walking PI, man. He's a walking pass interference call. Like
Exactly.
I'm good on Marshawn.
Especially this late in his career, I think he's lost a step or two, and it's definitely going to be a lot of pass interference. I don't. Yeah.
I remember those Julio days with Marshawn Lattimore. We couldn't stand Marshawn when he was holding Julio every single minute, and of course the referee easy to throw that flag at Marshawn Lattimore. Plus he's a hothead too as well. He's always tacking on additional penalties and yards for his team whenever the play is dead, or of course going over there talking smack with who is it, Mike Evans and a couple other players in the NFL. But then again, he has been not a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, but he's still in that tier 4, tier 5 range as a decent lockdown corner. But over the past couple of years with injury, the contract, looking at it right now, if he's wanting $19 million or even over $15 million, that's a no-no. Trayvon Diggs, he's had some.
You got Trayvon Diggs, you got L'Jarius Sneed, you got Jimmy Ward, you got Tre'Davious White, you got Jeff Okudah, no thank you. You got Nazeeh Johnson, Adoree Jackson, Rasul Douglas. Wait, is that CJ Goodwin? Is CJ Goodwin still playing quarterback?
Still playing. You know who's a name that might work out, especially with the contract wise too as well? Fabian Moreau. Remember he used to play for the Falcons? Oh, excuse me. Fabian Moreau used to play for the Falcons. Akello Witherspoon could be a name too as well. These are all 1-year deal guys that you can come in here and get for less than $2-3 million. A guy like Avonte Maddox from the Detroit Lions used to play there. Rasul Douglas, Chris Boyd, who played with the New York Jets. There's still a couple names out there if you're just trying to fill up some depth chart roles. And Falcon fans, these are, by no means guys that you would go ahead and put alongside AJ, or of course, AJ has to be worried about his job or anything like that. But you have the money to go bring in another corner, as Eric has just stated. T. Will, you're sitting in the general manager's chair right now. You got $16 million. You're talking to Matt Ryan in the boardroom, and you want to bring in another player. What position are you looking at right now? Just looking at your depth, looking at the position that you have available that is open, because there's a lot of roster spots still open on this team right now.
Mm-hmm. For me, I might go and get another wide receiver, or I might go and get another tight end, or I might go and get another running back. I think you need to fill out this offense with weapons. So yeah, I know and it depends on what they want to do. If they want to trade Kyle, then you may
Can we just stop saying that, T. Will? Can we just stop putting that out there for everybody? I don't think Kyle going anywhere right now.
And that's good, guys.
Right after you just said we need weapons, you want to trade the weapons.
Yeah. I want her, and I'm not going to have this is the real world. Okay, guys, grow up. Bottom line is they may do that. No, seriously, they may do that. And if they do that, we got to deal with it. Now, do I want them to do that? No, I don't want them to trade Kyle. I love Kyle Pitts. I don't want them to trade Kyle. But if they do, right, because again, this man has said the one thing we know about Ian Cunningham, Ian wants picks. Picks.
Wait, Pitts or picks?
Picks. P-I-C-K-S.
Picks.
Yeah, but he also said this is the last year that we will be going into the draft with 5 picks.
He didn't say we would come out with 5, though. Right?
You can still get picks without trading Kyle Pitts. Put that on a t-shirt. You can still get picks without trading Kyle Pitts.
I'm not saying he should do it. I'm saying he could do it, gentlemen. I'm not
right, but you said that right after you just said we need weapons. It like makes no sense.
Weapons. We do need what? Look,
so why would you trade one of your top weapons?
I wouldn't, but I'm not Ian Cunningham, right? And we can't live in a world where Ian just does everything that we want, right? It's the real world, boys. You know what I mean? You don't always get your way, okay? So do I want him to trade Kyle? I don't. Let me say that. I do not want him to trade Kyle Pitts. That doesn't mean that he won't, especially if you can get a first-round pick if you trade on draft night. So all I'm saying is it could be a harbinger of things to come if we see him go out and sign another tight end. Then that may be a hint, clue that, okay, he's going to trade Kyle. Because we know Kevin likes two tights, and he likes for his tights to be able to block and pass. You still got old boy out there from Cleveland. I think I could be wrong, but if it's me, obviously.
Why is old boy out there from Cleveland still in the market if he's that hot of a?
Is it David Njoku?
Right. If he's still available, why is he not signed with the team at this moment?
That's, you know what? Look second. Let's see. Yeah, he is. No, wait, is he signed? He's available. He is available. So you got David Njoku, you got Jonnu Smith. Oh my God, you got Taysom Hill. You got Zach Ertz.
You got Felipe too. Felipe out there.
Whatever, man. Whatever. I'm not getting naked for Felipe today, as Uncle Steve said. A pause. I'm not getting naked. But no, that's not Uncle Steve. That's Big Low. Anyway, I don't know, guys. Look, do I want him to trade Kyle? I don't. But if you see the Falcons sign David Njoku or Jonnu Smith, I don't know, guys.
Dude, I know we're having a reunion here with the buddy system, bringing back some of these players.
Buddy.
But is it possible to see a Jonnu Smith back in Atlanta? Is it possible to see a Fabian Moreau even back in Atlanta, which I think Fabian could be a decent guy to come over here and play? There's a couple cornerbacks, even looking at the list on Spot Track. You're not paying them $4, $5, $6 million. Anybody who's coming over here is on a 1 or 2 year deal, less than $5 million. And you're going to still have a lot of money to cook up with. But at this point, the only value you would get for Kyle Pitts would be to trade him for a first-round pick, because any of these tight ends that I'm looking at on the Spot Track free agency list right now is not an upgrade from Kyle Pitts. I'm sorry. It's just not an upgrade, especially in a Kevin Stefanski type offense.
It's not. But again, Kevin likes tight ends who block, right? And
you have Austin Hooper and Charlie Warner still here at the moment too as well.
That's true. That's true. That is true. Let me ask my brother.
If everybody's blocking, who's catching passes down the field if everybody's blocking?
Agreed. Eric, what do you think of no, that's too much. That these guys are gonna cost too much. What do you think of potentially bringing Keenan Allen here, Eric?
I don't think we're getting any more tight ends. I don't think we're going to trade Kyle Pitts.
He's a wide receiver, bro. He's a wide receiver,
bro.
I get that you're not with trade. I knew when I said it, you were not with it. I get it. But what do you think about us bringing in another wide receiver? Keenan Allen looks like he cost about $6 million or so. What do you think? Or do you think that, look, we've already allocated enough resource to wide receivers? You think we need to do that maybe for a running back, and not that you're going to spend $15 million for a running back, but you could probably get one for 3 or 4 and then go out and get maybe another linebacker or another cornerback. Give me your thoughts on that, Eric.
I think a cornerback. I don't think I don't think they're going after another wide receiver either. I think they're going after defense now. It look like cornerback, and we still now we pretty much got a bunch of linebackers and addressing these lines. I'm thinking he's finna build the trenches, like he said, and I think we need another cornerback.
You can get another corner with the money that Ian Cunningham has. That's why I'm so glad Ian's working these type of deals and nobody's getting overpaid, because even after making the re-signs, the restructures, bringing in more than 8 guys right now that you'll probably see on the field week 1, sitting at 15, 16 million. If you're going wide receiver, T. Will, Curtis Samuel could be a guy who can help you out too as well.
Is he
Curtis
sexy
Samuel.
though? Like, pause. But is he like a sexy? Like, honestly, if I'm gonna do that, I'd rather go get Trayvon Diggs. Like, if Samuel does nothing for me.
He doesn't in the scheme that you don't necessarily need a big flashy name. Here's the thing: the biggest receivers that's left is Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, Debo Samuel. Maybe DeAndre Hopkins, how people might value him at this point in his career at 33, 34 years old. But nobody's paying $20+ million for Tyreek Hill. Stephon Diggs can't step foot in Atlanta right now. So if you had to make a decision, Jawan Jennings could be a guy to look at who's getting close to 30
million. No, we don't have that.
I mean,
I don't even think I don't. First off, do y'all think Tyreek is gonna get 15 million?
I think Tyreek ain't settling for nothing less than $10 million. It's got to be more than at least $12-13 million.
LBB, you think Tyreek's gonna get 15 million?
Nah, I think he'll take a hometown discount too, because I remember him tweeting something about he wanted to come home.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, again, I don't even see 15 million because is Debo a little? I don't want to say washed, but
he was washed in Washington's scheme. I would say that it wasn't the 49ers. You know, they downplayed Debo Samuel a little bit in Washington. I'm guessing, of course, Jaden Daniels being injured too as well. That offense just wasn't as flashy as it was the year before. But in San Francisco, we saw Debo Samuel's value. I mean, we all saw what he's made of. Yeah, would he come over here for that price? I'd hate for the Falcons to go spend a ton of money to go get a Debo Samuels, but I ain't gonna lie, Eric is onto something. If the Falcons randomly, this is random, if the Falcons was to randomly land a Tyreek Hill, oh my God.
But if you randomly land him at 9 million,
you have the money to do it too. You definitely have the money to do it. And after that, you'd have to go sign your draft class and make some moves there. Then I can possibly see, they have to make a trade or two, to
Did he sour on Tua, Jack and Eric? Did he, I know they were together.
I think he had a problem with Tua.
Yeah. I want to say I think he did as well. Because y'all know Tua's arm is not what it was. Like that play that he made in the Georgia Dome or in Mercedes-Benz Stadium to beat my beloved Dogs. Oh, damn it.
I mean, it was your other team, so.
That's.
Shit, hold on. Let me get there. Hold on.
Bruh. What's unnecessary roughness, man? You ain't got to do all of that, LBB. You do not have to do that. But I don't think that's the same arm, Jack. Like I'm looking at throws from last year, and those deep bombs. You got guys waiting for it.
I'm looking at that 20 for 26 game on my birthday when he cooked us up for 4 touchdowns with one eye.
I understand, but Tyreek is a weapon, right?
Right.
Tyreek stretches the. I look. I'm not who wouldn't want to have Tyreek Hill. So I'm not saying that. I'm saying. Is he gonna fit? Like, is it gonna be a good fit here? And to Eric's point, I think he does have an issue with Tua.
So if you're going off of just fitting guys who would fit and who can help out, knowing that we have Olamide Zaccheaus, Jahan Dotson, Drake London, if they elevate Chris Bird, and of course, however they want to work that out, look into bringing Hodge back. You know what I'm saying? Because he was a guy who helped out in situations where we needed him on not first and second down, but on plays where Drake London went out, he then became the next guy up. He did help move the chains randomly at times. He's a solid special teams guy. He was a Pro Bowler here when he was with the Falcons. A guy like Zay Jones too as well. I mean, he is getting up there in age, going around 31 years old or so. But if you look at the list, there's not too many guys out here. You want to go get Juju Smith-Schuster? These are the guys that we're looking at right now. Tyler Lockett, Dwayne Eskridge. These guys are not going to come in here and wow this fan base. I would probably go get Cordell Hodge just to help your depth right now, because now you'll be sitting at 4 wide receivers, elevating Chris Bird to probably be the 5th. You draft the guy that you can probably get, or draft 2 receivers in that line too as well. And then you can go bring in an undrafted free agent like you've seen in the past where Falcons look at Nick Nash, and some of these other guys who make a name for themselves in preseason. But it's good to see that, everybody's talking about it in the chat. Maggie T is here too as well. Big shout out to Maggie T from AFN, Lady Birds. Big shout out to her.
She wasn't feeling too good earlier. Maggie, I hope you're feeling better.
Hey, good to see Maggie T back in the chat, feeling good. Of course, Maggie T, our best wishes are with you to be 100%. Mateo's in the chat. He said Jack T. Will and EP. What's the word? Falcons winning the NFC South with double-digit wins. It's always funny to see Mateo rat on those Carolina Panther fans too as well in that chat. He's always talking jokes and John and those guys too as well. ATL 251's in the chat. He said Ian has signed like 15 free agents so far. He's cooking, man. He's doing a lot. He's doing a lot. D. Craig's in the chat said Ian's mama gave him $3 and told him to go get something from supper. And told him to make that $3 work. He said, "Yes, ma'am." Came back with a baggie full of groceries.
And make a stop by the Candy Lady house on your way back. Yeah,
Hey.
Wait, did y'all have I don't know. I'm a little older. Eric, did y'all have a Candy Lady?
You're not that much older. Yeah, we had a Candy Lady.
Okay. I used to love that, man. When I would go home to Alabama, and I'd go to my
Tuscaloosa?
Montgomery.
Okay.
And I go to my cousin Peach's house. They had the best Candy Lady. She had everything. You could get everything for 25 cents. So you had.
I think he froze.
I think he froze too. I thought StreamYard had froze and everybody was getting lagged out. But
Yeah.
T-Will, you froze a little bit? You good?
I did. Yeah, I'm back. We had you could get now and laters. You could get Chico sticks. You could get, what are those, Eric?
Hot fries.
You can get hot fries. What are those ones, Eric? They're kind of, it's like a hard plastic candy, but they're like green and they got
Airheads?
No. They're hard. They're like about this long and flat candy. I can't remember the name of it.
Hey, yo.
You could get those. You could get bruh. You could get the Airhead. No, they're whatever, guys. Anyway, but you gotta make everything weird. Anyway,
it's 2026.
Point is, you can take $5 and you can eat off that candy for a week. I miss that, man. They're kind of like Jolly Ranchers, Josh, but they're like, I gotta look them up, man. When I name them, y'all know what I'm talking about. But
Chat, help us out. What's the name of the candy T was trying to think about? Now you can get it.
It's like sour apple, strawberry. It's like this long, and it's.
Is it still around right now?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know.
Lisa Shepard's
Stop
in the
it,
chat.
Antonio. Pause.
Lisa
Stop
Shepard's
it.
in the chat. Any of you fellas going to the Falcons 404 day? Eric, I know I'll be there. T-Will, you gonna be able to make it to 404 day? Eric, you in the building for that?
Probably not.
I doubt it.
Oh man. So this cool thing about it, the city has a lot going on for 404 day. I just saw a flyer the other day where they have some old Atlanta hip hop artists, some folks that people know about. Think Pastor Troy, Travis Porter, Michael Montana, them. I think they're performing at Lakewood. And then, of course, the Falcons have also put out their post that they'll be at 404 day, and they'll be showing off the new jerseys. Here's the cool thing about it, Falcon fans. You got the Falcons jerseys dropping on April the 2nd, right? April the 4th at 404 day, they're going to be showing the new uniforms at 404 day too as well. I'm hearing that you can purchase the jerseys at 404 day because they had something the other day where you get a Falcons chain when you purchase the jersey. So apparently that you can purchase these jerseys at 404 day. Lisa, I know you're close in that field too as well at that team store location. Let us know if that's correct because I can't wait till April 4th to get out there, see some Falcon fans, see Atlanta. They took Magic City night away from us the other day, but they can't take away 404 day. Even speaking about Magic City night, Eric, did you hear that the greatest team in the NBA is the Atlanta Hawks? Did you hear about that?
Yeah, it's still a 9th seed, ain't it? Or did y'all move up to 8?
I'm talking about the greatest team in the NBA right now, the Atlanta Hawks.
We moved up to 8. I think he's the hottest team right now, Eric, because we've won 11 in a row, and your Lakers surely have not. So
no, they're like on a 5-game win streak right now too. I think 4.
Yeah, what place are y'all in again?
Yeah. Again, we've won 11 in a row. How many of you guys won?
Y'all started winning, and y'all was in ninth. Y'all was the ninth seed when y'all started winning. Y'all won 10 games in a row, and was
11.
still the ninth seed. 11 now,
Respectfully,
when you moved to
Right.
8.
Eric, respectfully, we were like 6 or 7 games behind 500. And then we started winning, getting on this win streak.
Right.
And of course,
Right.
now we're on the right path to success right now. Quinn
Right.
Snyder's turning this team around. We got this guy named Jonathan Kuminga, who's probably the next LeBron James in the Eastern Conference. We're
LeBron
going
is
crazy.
hurt.
We got some players over here that's balling right now, man. Gabe Vincent. We took Gabe Vincent from off of the LA Lakers, brought him over here. He's balling now. We getting him more minutes, we giving them more PT. So big shout out to the Atlanta Hawks for doing what they do, man. Big win last night against Dallas. They got Houston coming up. Then they got Memphis coming up. They got 2 back-to-backs against Boston. They got Cleveland coming up. They got a Knicks game at home that's going to be crazy. That's going to be a big playoff matchup. But I do think the Hawks can do can serve the city well with going to the playoffs and not playing with the play-in games too as well. Toronto, Miami, they got some really tough games coming up. So we definitely want to say big shout out to the Atlanta Hawks for doing what they do. Georgia Prize in the chat said, I think they will keep most of that $16 million for the NFL draft and the season. Not too many more holes you can fill in with one offseason. A few more depth players, but not any big splashes. That's the cool thing about it, Georgia Pride. We haven't had no splashes. I'm surprised at the names that they brought in so far, even getting Aziz too as well, because we were getting ready to trade for Aziz a couple years ago, right? Mm-hmm. Now we have him in the building, and that's really good. The situation with JPJ, I can't wait to find out what's going to happen there, because if you add him to the mix with some of the defensive players that we brought in, re-signing Lakel London, bringing in some gems in the middle too as well. Troy Anderson is back in the building. I can't wait to see this, man. Really can't wait to see it. Lisa Shepard said Evans used to beat up on Lattimore. I missed those fights. Let's see. ATL 251.
Lisa Shepard.
Big shout to Lisa Shepard. ATL said we got 10 cornerbacks on the roster right now. Yeah, we got some camp battles coming up. Can't wait to see that. That's the good thing about going to practice when they have it in the summer. You get a chance to see the competition really heat up on players who's going to try to make the 53. T Terry's in the building with the what's up, fellas. Big shout to what's up. I'm sorry, big shout to what's up. Big shout to T Terry. I got the Tito's over here too as well. It's Thursday night.
Shout out to what's up.
Yeah, big shout to what's up. Mateo's in the chat. He said Rasul Douglas. That would be a decent fit right here. It wouldn't cost a lot of money. You can come over here and be a depth guy. Help out in the secondary. Billy Bowman is going to be on the way back too as well. Don't forget about Clark Phillips. We still have Clark Phillips on the roster too as well. So we'll see what happens there with Clark once he comes back healthy from his injury. Mateo's in the chat. He said Pitts isn't getting traded. The unicorn hate is real. T-Will, was that directed to you? Mateo, what's going on there?
I mean, hey, man, I hope he doesn't get traded. You know what I mean? Hey, man, same team. We don't need this Falcon on Falcon crime. No, I mean, I don't want him to get traded. I don't want him to get traded. I'm simply saying with Ian Cunningham, there is a very real possibility that it happens. Because if y'all think that man does not want 8 picks, 9, 10 picks in this draft, I got a bridge to sell you in Brooklyn. We may end up with 10 picks.
That still doesn't make sense. Okay, so Bijan can get traded. So Drake can get traded.
No, Bijan.
That's what you're saying.
I'm saying it could happen. I'm saying obviously we got Drake we'll probably re-sign Drake. I don't see Drake getting traded. I don't see Bijan getting traded, but you could trade Pitts. I'm not saying they should, guys. Same team here. I'm not saying I want them to. I'm saying it could happen.
Respectfully, okay. T-Will, I'm just going to wow the chat.
Why is it when people say respectfully, they're about to say something disrespectful? Respectfully.
No.
I don't like your damn shoes, T-Will.
No. Because I agree with what you're saying on some levels, of course. Ian Cunningham does want picks.
Yes.
Kevin Stefanski likes probably Kyle Pitts. So, of course, having a tight end like Kevin Stefanski, having a tight end like Kyle Pitts on the team, who also came from Cleveland when he was over there with Kevin and with David Njoku. Kevin Stefanski knows what type of offense he can run with Kyle Pitts. And I do think that when you have Austin Hooper, who, if you look at his numbers, we talked about it too the other day on the channel, his first 4 years in Atlanta, he was putting up some really good numbers. And then after that, he turned into more of an assist type of guy. I guess the blocking scheme kind of picked up for him to where he wasn't getting that many targets. He wasn't getting that many receptions and, of course, that many yards. I mean, if you guys would check Austin Hooper's stats, it'll kind of show you guys where he was. He did play 2 years with Kevin Stefanski. Charlie Warner has never had the yards that Kyle Pitts has too as well. Of course, he's been a blocking tight end for most of his years in the NFL. But a guy like Kyle Pitts, if you run that personnel that we keep talking about, that is a weapon. Eric mentioned that is a huge weapon with Bijan Robinson and Drake London. But also, if you look at it, you have the money next year. If it's true, people are looking at it, and I'm glad T-Will said you do. If you are projected over $100 million next season, you can give Drake what Drake needs, and you're not overpaying in the wide receiver market. Mm-hmm. We all know that Bijan should deserve probably the highest paid contract in NFL history. Bijan is probably never seen a running back like him before. Of course, if they underpay Bijan, he gets like third most highest paid running back in the league, then fans will say, oh my gosh, don't trip about it. Because then again, you want the Falcons to make smart moves, of course, with the money that they have. But with the additional money, you can still pay Kyle Pitts. Like, I understand, it looks kind of ugly if you think about it. The mega deals at the same time. I know it might be far-fetched for some, but you have the money to pay those guys if you wanted to. Drake, I think everybody has the 2 thumbs up right now for Drake. Pay him, play him. That's our guy. Bijan Robinson, 2 thumbs up. Pay him, play him. That's our guy. Some of you guys are 1 thumbs up, 1 thumbs down on Kyle Pitts because you want to see what he does this year. A couple years he's been in Atlanta where he was like 50-50 for some of the fan base. For me, I think he's a weapon that could be very useful in this offense, very useful for Kevin Stefanski. And, of course, Kyle, even with the 6-7 quarterbacks that he's been playing with over the past couple years.
6-7.
If you keep him here long term with a quarterback that he's used to, knowing that we're getting ready to turn the tables with this type of coaching staff and put the team on the right direction, you might not have to overpay for Kyle Pitts. You might get him on a fan-friendly, team-friendly, hometown type of deal to where Kyle wants to stay in Atlanta because he likes what he sees. Now, don't forget, he is good friends with Michael Penix. You can kind of see the love that he has for, a lot of his teammates too as well when it comes to the locker room. He's not a cancer to the locker room as well. He's a guy that loves to get out there, play football, do his job, right? You don't see him really jawing at teammates like you heard from previous players on other teams or so forth, even previous players that played here in Atlanta. He does his job. He goes out there. And we've seen the offensive coordinator situation in the past with Kyle Pitts. A lot of times he wasn't the number 1 target. He wasn't the number 2 target. Even when some of the number 1 and number 2 guys wasn't the number 1 and number 2 targets, they still didn't get the ball to Kyle that they were supposed to. I know I've seen Kyle a lot of times in the past where he was wide open and the ball goes in a different direction. And, of course, that happens all the time because, there's 11 players out there on the field. But I've seen Kyle honestly push it to the limit as best as he could when it comes to motivating his teammates, not being a locker room cancer. What? Somebody said something?
Ross,
yeah.
Push it to the.
In a way, I've seen Kyle Pitts be a player that I think fans can say, majority of the fans can say he's decent enough to be a weapon here in Atlanta, and you don't have to overpay for him. Is Kyle Pitts going to reset the market when you give him the contract? Probably not. But then if you look at the tight ends that's in the league right now, who is the biggest name tight end right now outside of the name itself? Kittle didn't have the greatest year last year. Kelsey didn't have the greatest name last year. Some of the tight ends who are putting up numbers were some of the guys you guys probably never even heard about. So Kyle Pitts is a guy I think the Falcons could look at, for a couple of years here. Of course, down the line when it comes to draft and so forth, they might go draft another tight end. But I don't think it's going to be on the level of drafting a tight end at the number 4 pick, like the Falcons did, and that should be something that fans should think about too as well. D Sloan's in the chat. What's up, fellas? Night shift status right on time, along with punching the clock. You guys keep doing your thing. The new regime is here, and they're working. Let's go, Atlanta Falcons. Big shout out to D Sloan in the chat. Quick question for you, Eric. John Moreno wants to know, what do you think our Falcons win or loss record this year is going to be? He doesn't feel good about the roster. He needs some reassurance here, Eric. What you think the record is going to be this year?
17-0.
I knew it.
John Moreno.
17-0. I'm gonna answer it the same way every single time, because when it comes to that week, while Goofy over there in the corner is raising his hand,
What?
Oh God!
What? Bruh.
He gonna get to the game. He gonna lie to you right now, and then when it's game time, he's gonna say, "Oh, we're winning this game." I'm going with us. We're winning this game.
You know what's funny? T. Will was with me at the Falcons Rams game.
Anyway,
He was with me at the Falcons Rams game. And I turned to T. Will. T. Will, we was winning 21-0. Remember that, T. Will? I was talking a lot of smack to those Rams fans.
And it was the first half, and you talking cash trash.
And Eric, here's the funny thing. You know, the fans were lit that night. Monday Night Football, we lit. We got them up 21-0. Fans were on their feet going crazy. You know, T. was in there. Jack, relax. Wait until the fourth quarter when there's 0 seconds on the clock.
He's like always in the wrong mood. You can't, if you call him right before, if you call him, well, if you ask him now, he's gonna say, well, I see us winning 10 games or something like that. But then when you get to the game, he's gonna say we're gonna win that. And don't lose and call him after the game. Oh my God.
Sheesh. Now I ain't gonna lie. T. Will had some of that juice. Everybody was drinking that juice that night. So I was thinking like, oh, T. Will's just real mellow because he's on the juice. You know, everybody's over here sipping on the patio. So the Rams come back. You know, T. was the first one. He right there next to me. Jack, didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? You gotta calm down, man. Look at the clock. You know, I'm sipping there. I'm like,
see how Jack was. Jack was like, we kicking your ass. We kicking your ass.
I was talking cash money shit to those Rams.
That's what you're supposed to do. Bro. Defend the house.
Defend the house.
Bro.
Defend the bins.
Okay.
Got to back the bins. Now, here's the funny thing. T. Will, he's telling me this, and I'm already faded. I'm like, T. Will, I don't want to hear this shit. I don't care if it's 21-21. We're going to win this game.
Okay.
Right.
T. Will said, Jack, just wait. I said, look, T. Will, did I not turn to you? I said, how does Vegas have the spread at 4 and it's 21-21? I turned to T. Will, I said, for some strange reason, we're going to win this game by a field goal. We're going to win this game by a field goal. Because then the second half, the spread changed, and I was like, this is wild. We're already up 21-0. How the hell did Vegas just change the spread? And then sure enough, Rams came back. I turned to T. Will, I told you. I said, we're going to win this game 27-24. So we're going to win this game by a field goal. T. Will was sipping that drink. Everybody's over there sipping. We won the game. Everybody goes home happy. But I feel what you're saying, Eric. T. Will can get like that too.
Yeah,
he can
always.
Get like
always. He's not gonna hype you up. And after the game, he'll hype you up if you lose after the game when you don't want to hear it.
But
that's when he'll try to hype you up.
He's definitely a fan. He's one of those wait till the clock strikes 0 fans. I'm one of those, man, it's the first quarter. We up by 50. They ain't coming back. We could be up by 3. They ain't coming back. I tell my fans all the time, the game can end 3-0 right now. Falcons win the game. They're like, I don't want to hear that shit. I'm like, man.
I love the optimism. I really do.
I just love the Dirty Birds, man.
And there's nothing wrong with that, brother. I love the optimism. I do.
3
no, you don't.
He said, no, you don't.
I do. I do love the I do love
what's your prediction for the record next year? Watch this.
Sheesh.
Well, I'm not like you. I'm gonna go 11-6.
See what I tell you.
But here's the thing.
Now ask him, Jack, pay attention to this. Ask him before every game, are we gonna win this game?
And I will say the Falcons will win if.
No, you won't. That's a lie.
Yes,
He's gonna straight up tell you we're winning this game.
I will say
Every game, I can see us winning this one.
For the
Now
fans
he's
that do
saying
not
it's
know in
going
the
to be
chat,
an if because it goes along with his harebrained 11-6
not
bullshit.
harebrained.
for the fans in the chat that do not know, they are brothers. So I
Oh.
want you guys to think that
we are
who are these guys
literal
arguing?
blood
They're
brothers, and we've
brothers.
been arguing for 30 years. So don't let that push you. Don't let that push you away, guys. This is what we do. He's my brother. I love him. I love
Who
him.
goes to the game and expects to lose?
I didn't expect to lose again. There's always a caveat.
Okay, so why are you expecting to lose now?
Expecting to lose. I will say we will win if. Why am I expecting to lose now? Because the probability says that there hasn't been a team to win.
The probability says that before the game too.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. Because
So it changes before every game.
once we get into the season, we know more about the team. We know more about the matchups. We know more about the
So it would stand it would stand the reason that you would think right now would be the time for a higher probability.
Right. Eric, let me ask you a question. Realistically, if we ask 1 million people, how many would say 17-0? It would be more people that would say I would be right than you.
Realistically, it's more stupid people in the world than it is smart. Common sense ain't common.
When the last time
you want to go along with that side?
When the last time a team went undefeated there? Boom!
What does that have to do with anything?
Falcons fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We clipping this. We clipping it.
That has absolutely nothing to do with you finna go in that game and expect to win it every single game. When the last time you showed up to a game expecting to lose?
I'm just sitting back listening and watching.
You
y'all.
see what he's
Fans,
doing
hit that
here?
like, share, and
You
subscribe.
see what he's doing here? I'm not. Whatever, man.
No, it's what you're doing. We all expecting to win. Jack, what's your record?
I've found myself saying Falcons gonna win every game when we do our score prediction.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh boy,
I ain't gonna lie.
Jack, if I ask you what the record was gonna be now, you're saying Falcons are going 17-0. Is that what you're saying right now?
I'm telling you, T-Will. I'm always in
don't tap dance, Jack.
T-Will, hold on, T-Will. I'm always waking up knowing that my team is going to win the game. Always.
That's what I'm talking
before
about.
I go to bed, before I wake up, I don't care if it's the
Falcons
Chiefs.
are going 17-0.
I know that I'm always going to sleep and waking up that my team is going to win.
Question: are you saying the Falcons are going 17-0? Yes or no?
T-Will, I'm on the juice tonight. I think the Falcons going 17.
Jack right now, Mr. Senator Jack Spade.
You just said 17-0. You just don't want to stop talking.
Call Kerry right now. Call Kerry right now. Falcons winning every game this year too as well. Big shout out to Kerry.
17-0. Okay. All right. Well, I'll be here with tissues so you guys can cry your tears when we don't go 17-0. Okay. All right. Anyway, whatever.
Georgia Pride's in the chat. ATO 251.
I'm big brother, so I got to be there for little brother. Little brother talk all that. I got to be there for little brother, so it's okay.
If y'all love what y'all just heard, make sure you watch the.
That's the dumbest thing you done said yet. You'll cry first.
I would not. I didn't cry when we lost 28-3. I did not cry, sir.
And then he brings up the Super Bowl.
I did go in my room.
He went Elijah Wilkinson on us.
I did go in my room because we had this dude that was at my house and he just drove me insane. So I walked in my room and I was
gonna knock him out.
I tell you what, I was so agitated. I just went in my room because I didn't want to hear it, but I did not cry. But I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch SportsCenter for like 6 months.
It's still tough watching SportsCenter to this day, even when the Falcons win, because I didn't see when the Falcons win and they give us 10-15 second clip, and then they show another team showing a whole damn 30 for 30 segment on the team. So it's ridiculous.
Right.
But this is Jerry's world when it comes to SportsCenter. So if you're not a Cowboys or Steelers or even the Chiefs at this point, they kind of just bypass all the other teams. But Falcon fans, hit that like, share, subscribe button, man. Antonio Henderson is in the chat. He said, I have no issue with Tua. He's just praised Tua in the interview. Oh, he said he has no issue with Tua. He's talking about Tyreek Hill. He gets praised Tua in an interview, said his best times as a player was with Tua. So maybe, hey, Tyreek Hill, if you're thinking about it, come on down, man. We'll look into it. Josh Gilliam is in the chat. He said Jolly Ranchers was the candy. Was the Jolly Ranchers, T-Will?
You said what?
Was Jolly Ranchers the candy you were talking about?
can't think of the name of it. I can see it.
Laffy Taffy? Was Laffy Taffy?
No, it's like a hard candy, but it's like a Jolly Rancher. Stop it, Eric. It's like a Jolly Rancher, but it's flat. It's I can't think of the name of it.
Antonio Henderson has a question for you, T. Will. You want to answer that one?
What's up? Not pause. I'm not even doing it.
Hey, yo.
Not even answer that. I'm not. That's kind of Antonio's my boy, but that's kind of unnecessary roughness.
Antonio's cool as hell, man. He's super cool.
Unnecessary use of an innuendo, 5-yard penalty on my boy Antonio. Gotta
stay up, Doug's in the chat said, T-Will, don't take that hate Hawks. Let's go, man. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Let's go, Hawks. Oh, we got Big Low in
the I don't even hate the Hawks. They just like to start. You want to point it at the Lakers instead of just giving the Hawks praise.
Give us Bronny. Give us Bronny. Watch us be like 30-0 right now. Give us Bronny. Watch what happens. We'll turn him into a superstar. Watch. There's some coaching staff. Jonathan Kuminga.
We don't need Bronny to be a superstar. Y'all might could use Bronny.
Where is he now? I haven't seen Bronny. I haven't even talked about Bronny so much. Where is he now? Is he
in the D League? He won the D League. He undefeated in the D League.
Sheesh. Stay up, Doug wants to know, T. Will, you did a video about the Hawks yet? You and
A1? We hadn't done one lately, but he's right. We need to do one this year. He is right. We need to do one. We need to do one this year.
Wallace Smith is in the chat. Big shout out to Wallace Smith. Big shout out to April Thomas, Winston Thornton, Falcons content creator, podcaster in the building. Make sure you go hit that like button, not only for One Time for the Fan and for my ATL Sports, but hit that like button for Winston Thornton over there, man. He's doing a great job on his channel. So please head over there and talk some Falcons with Winston Thornton too as well. Wallace Smith said, I don't see them trading Pitts away because he's another weapon on the field. Big shout out to Wallace Smith. Mateo's in the chat said, Pitts just had a big season. For real, we should sign Jonnu. Run Hoop and Jonnu at tight end, have Pitts at wide receiver. Mateo, that's a Madden move. That is a straight Madden move.
Yeah, nah, you're not putting Pitts at you can split him out, but to label him as a wide, Pitts ain't a wide receiver.
On a franchise tag year, you have to pay him like a wide receiver too. You don't want to go up there. You don't want to go down that road. You don't want to do that. DSGB Hall says having a tight end like Kevin Stefanski is a possible moment, Jack. Sheesh, that's tough. That's tough, DSGB Hall. How much money did you put on those books when you went down to Macon County Courthouse the other day? Because we're just trying to find it out there.
Wow.
Whenever you get a chance there. Wow. D. Craig says we're going 17-0 and we're Super Bowl champs. That's what Craig said. Craig is in the chat. April Thomas said, tell him again, Eric. Tell him.
But nobody's agreeing with you, hater.
I don't care what y'all. You know who agrees.
82 Monte Carlo said you got whoop me before I
beat the numbers agree with me. The last time a team went undefeated was 2007. Okay, before
that's not the point.
BT before Twitter.
The point is, why are you claiming the loss before it happens?
Before Luke Cage and the Netflix shows. It was 2007.
You had to bring up Luke Cage.
Went undefeated. Whatever, man. If y'all want to think that it's gonna rain Jolly Ranchers outside, and you could be my guest.
Will is the person that wakes up and says, "Nah, I'm never gonna get rich. I'm not gonna get rich. It's never gonna happen. It's not probable." I'm gonna be paycheck to paycheck. That's more probable.
We got a celebrity in the chat, man. Content creator.
What in the world, Bo? What they find this dude, Bo?
I'm not going to win the lottery today. That's what I say.
I'm
not going to win the lottery. To Eric's point, yeah, no, I don't say I'm not going to get rich. I say I'm probably not going to win the lottery, which is what.
But you still play it.
Is.
But you still play it. When you play it, you already think you're gonna lose.
I look at the probabilities, Eric.
Do you still play the lottery?
I look at the probabilities.
But you play the lottery.
I do. But
he goes and plays the lottery thinking he's gonna miss. Why are you wasting your money then?
I'm not gonna spend the rent money.
If you know you're finna lose, why are you still wasting your money playing it?
I'm not wasting my money.
That's even crazy.
I know it's not. I'm not.
Yeah, that's crazier than your prediction. You know you're gonna lose, but you steady giving them money. It don't cost you nothing to be a fan.
He was being real professional here tonight. That's why he's going with the Professor Clark role.
What will happen? Then 17-0. Book that.
He will have been Mr. Donkey.
Real Professor Clark right now from Lean On Me tonight. Real.
He will.
Big Low got a question for you, T. Will.
You said Joe Clark. Well, you can call me Batman. I'm not answering that, Low. Y'all are not gonna set me up.
He talking about the Jolly Ranchers. He's talking about the Jolly Ranchers.
I'm not doing Low. You ain't gonna set me up. I love you, Low, but you ain't gonna set me up. I ain't doing that. I'm not. Yeah, I already showed y'all. Pause. How long it was. I'm not doing. I'm not doing it again.
Hey, yo,
you're not getting me. Bruh. You're not getting me.
Yeah. Pause right there.
Yeah, I know.
A1 forever in the chat, man. Real quick, man, we get to the last topic, man. We get up out of here. I know T-Will's getting ready to start his show too as well. We want Falcon fans to be engaged tonight, be entertained as you guys are watching March Madness. T-Will, man, A1 forever said capital pause. Maggie T said pause. All these content creators, go follow Maggie T. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button over there. Maggie T, AFN, Ladybirds. Head over to A1 Forever. Make sure you guys go check out his videos, his channel. Big shout out to Smitty. Smitty did an amazing podcast. I got to go back and finish it.
He did with the Water Boys.
With the Water Boys. Did an amazing podcast with the Water Boys. Big shout out to those guys over there too as well. B. Rich and Trey. Winston Thornton, Bigelow Country. A lot of content creators in the chat too as well. So big shout out to all you guys. T-Will, man, let's get to it, man. On the last topic here. Pro days are going on around the college football NFL world, and of course the Atlanta Falcons are showing up to a lot of pro days. Matt Ryan, Mohamed Sanu, and a couple more. I think Nate Ali too as well. Justin Hood showing up to the Georgia Tech Pro Day recently. Of course, they had some people I believe in attendance at the Syracuse Pro Day. But more importantly, T-Will, they brought everybody down to the University of Georgia's Pro Day the other day. Shout out to Go Dogs. Go Dogs now, T-Will. Go Dogs.
Go Dogs. Not them Auburn Tigers. Go Dogs.
See see how you do? I ain't saying nothing to him.
You said on the last segment. You said everything you had to say on the last segment. Stop.
Yeah, go ahead. Say wrong tide too.
Look at him playing victim. Gee, I didn't even say anything to him. You know good and well. You unloaded the clip, bro. Go Dogs.
So big shout out to everybody in the chat. Don't forget, hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the like button. It's that thumbs up. Like it's right over here, I believe. Of course, if you're on Facebook, hit that thumbs up. Definitely comment, ask questions, tag your Falcons friends, tell your Falcons family. One Time for a Fan is live right now. We're talking Falcons football on a pop-up podcast here. Sunday nights at 8, Wednesday nights at 8, and of course, Friday mornings breakfast with One Time for the Fan. But a pop-up podcast just because we're feeling good. We did miss the show yesterday. So we want to make sure we can spin the block real quick and talk to some Falcon fans that know they love to talk Falcons football with us. Big shout out to Eric Parker, who's on the Eric, Carey, and Terry show. Monday nights at 6:30 over there on former ATO Sports. So big shout out for Eric.
The way you said that.
I really don't.
So here, I know it's the Terry, Carey, and Eric show.
Don't like that. Yeah,
I know it's the Terry, Carey, and Eric show.
I just said it, Jack.
Somebody cut off Jack's mic.
Oh my God!
It's impossible.
Hey man, it's the Tito's. Look, it's the Tito's. It's the Tito's. Falcons did show up in numbers, man, down there, Georgia's Pro Day. Ian Cunningham mentioning that, building some of these teams, it's really good to go look at a university that's 40 miles away from Flowery Branch, or less than 40 miles away than Flowery Branch. And T-Will, as a Georgia Bulldog fan, we have a healthy group of Georgia Bulldog players that I think the Falcons can snag in round 2, round 3, round 4, and beyond. Even when it comes to University of Georgia in 2027, 2028, as long as Ian Cunningham is in the building, it's possible that we'll probably be grabbing a Georgia player or two. Seeing the communication that Kevin Stefanski, Matt Ryan was having with Zachariah Branch too as well, If he does fall in the second round, that could be a guy that you can possibly pick up and help your wide receiver core at this point. Christian Miller bringing his comments to the podium, talking about he won a championship at Cedar Grove and how he also won a championship at the University of Georgia. And it would be great for him to be the hometown hero to come help bring a championship to the Atlanta Falcons. T-Will, there's some more guys on the list too as well. Oscar Delp was out there. You have a couple offensive linemen who's out there, and a couple more defensive players. T-Will, right now, I do have to ask. Eric, I have to ask. Is it possible with the Falcons bringing their largest group to the University of Georgia Pro Day? And don't forget, we did grab Jalen Walker last year. Is it possible that the Falcons can spin the block again and bring in a Georgia player? And would you be happy about that? Yes or no? We'll start with Eric. Eric, what do you think?
Definitely. Bring them on. Yeah, I love to see them go to the top SEC teams. Those are the most dominant teams in college. You playing with the same players going to another level. If they dominant over there, it makes sense that they will be dominant on the next level too. Yeah, definitely.
Iron sharpens iron. T-Will, Georgia players putting on a show for the Atlanta Falcons. And, of course, some other teams, too, that was in attendance, but the Atlanta Falcons sending their largest group out there to go see some of these Georgia Bulldogs. T-Will, you know some of these players as a Georgia fan. So I do have to ask T-Will, Zachariah Branch possibly, maybe Christian Miller. I'm seeing Christian Miller now probably go in the first round. If he randomly falls to day 2, that could be a move that, honestly, I would trade up for a guy like Christian Miller. But Cunningham doesn't want to trade up. I'm sure he's not going to make it that far back in the second round. T-Will, there's some guys on the board, man, from the University of Georgia. Matt Ryan's there. Kevin Stefanski's there. Ali is there. The big dogs that run this Falcons coaching staff. And, of course, Matt Ryan in attendance from the executive group. T-Will, could our day 2 pick possibly be a guy from the University of Georgia?
Hell yes.
Why? It's not probable. We don't do that a lot.
Oh my God.
How many times does that happen?
There we go. If y'all haven't guessed by now, my brother is the most petty person on the planet. Petty
Eric Mack, I got your question.
Petty Eddie. It's Petty Eddie. That's his name. No, we totally could do that. And I'm here for it, man. Go Dogs. Let's go.
It's happened like once in the past how many years? But that's probably.
Well, the difference is there's a new regime in town now, Eric. So, you know. And clearly
new regime for 17-0 too.
Clearly, yeah, but Eric, 17-0 is
Here we go.
No. You and Logic are not when it comes
you want to use logic when it fits your narrative.
Right. No, I want to use logic when I should. Like, you know, logical. Like the idea of 17-0 is not logical, right?
Exactly. Before every game, you should get a clip of him before every game, and then next season play all 17 of them before you ask him that question.
And you know what they will see in the clip? The Falcons will win if.
No, you didn't see that none. Jack, how many times did he say if before the game last year?
I did. Yes, I did.
I'm gonna have to go back and check those clips now, Eric. You got me on some.
You said if none.
Start fact checking.
Jack, whose side are you on?
Hey man, look. Hey, I heard the other day Kerry was getting on me, and you was over there. You was tagging on with Kerry. Like, yeah, Kerry, yeah, get on Jack, Kerry, yeah.
All right,
go and get him.
Oh,
Eric Mack is in the chat though. You got a question? What is the news position?
Chat. It be your own.
Nah, man. Y'all good thing. Y'all are brothers that have had these conversations before college football and NFL.
I love this fool. Look, I don't want to live my life without him. He's just wrong, but he'll be all right. He's still my brother. I still love him. You can't help it, you know.
And you can find them on the Terry, Carey, and Eric show, 6:30 p.m. on Monday nights, talking Falcons football in the Falcon way. Eric Mack is in the chat. He said, what is Sanu's position? Being, of course, standing alongside Matt Ryan. If I'm not mistaken, I could have sworn I saw a post from Legacy Sports Complex or one of their Instagram stories. There was a player at Georgia Tech who was training there. I don't know if that could weigh into, Mohamed Sanu showing up to the pro day. Then again, of course, these are NFL guys, whether they're coaches or trainers or, players that played in the league or do play in the league or college football guys. If they're hearing about, the Falcons are showing up, Mohamed Sanu has ties to the Falcons. Legacy Sports Complex is also down the road too as well from Flowery Branch. So I believe if, this all plays into the hand, Mohamed Sanu's out there to go check out the players who was training at Legacy Sports Complex. I'm guessing if the Falcons wanted to go get a wide receiver, they did have one over there at Georgia Tech. Mohamed Sanu being around the corner, showing up for that too as well. Is he getting back with the Falcons coaching staff? We do have a wide receivers coach, so I don't think that's possibly going to be Mohamed Sanu's role. If he gets an assistant job somewhere with the Falcons, that's possible. But, seeing him standing next to Matt Ryan too as well, that was great seeing it because they was definitely talking some Falcons football about what player they can probably draft. Those are the things you don't hear about, the conversations amongst the conversations. Like we can sit here and say, oh, what was Mohamed Sanu doing there? Was he doing this there next to Matt Ryan? He was talking to Kevin Stefanski. And only from the clips and the pictures and everything that you can see Myles Garrett being out there, that would be something that we can maybe ask Myles Garrett when we get him on the podcast. But for the most part, they're up there for like 2-3 hours. So conversation they probably had on the phone, behind the scenes, text messages, talking to each other at the pro day, away from the cameras, at pro day. We would never find out those answers, of the full conversation. But it was great seeing Mohamed Sanu there with Matt Ryan again, because I'm just liking the way that Matt Ryan's running the show, T. Will, Eric. I'm just liking, his aura, his energy around the players, of course, talking to the coaches. Matt Ryan's always been a media guy. He always knows how to control the room, walking there talking with the media. But he's doing a great job. I think for Matt, he was probably thinking that it's going to be a little bit tougher in his first year as a president of football operations. But Ian Cunningham and Kevin Stefanski is making it a little bit easier for him. You know what I'm saying? And they're out there at the Georgia Pro Day. Matt looks relaxed, right? Kevin Stefanski was looking relaxed. They was over there laughing and joking with some of the players.
Hey, I got Carrie in my ear. She says we're late, bro. We gotta take this over to the other channel. Hey, sorry.
Sheesh.
Okay, thanks. Yeah. Hey man, it's producer, bro.
You're right. Carrie is definitely the super producer, man. We definitely have to head over there to T. Will's show. We do have a special guest that's going to be joining us, and of course, some more content creators and podcasts is going to be joining us too as well. I see everybody in here talking Falcons football, and of course Maggie T, Mateo, and Eric, and John Moreno, Winston Thornton, content creator podcast. And make sure you guys go check out Winston Thornton's channel. ATO 251 is in the chat. Man, so many people here talking Falcons football. Craig is in here trying to crack jokes, but big shout to Craig, man. Craig, don't forget we're home. You're at work. Big shout out to everybody here in the chat talking Falcons football with us. A1 Forever. Go check out his channel. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. But yeah, T. Will, it was a pop-up podcast. We got a chance to talk Falcons football with some people. Now, if you want to let everybody know about part 2, what is going on with part 2 of tonight, T. Will?
Hey man, part 2, we're just going to continue the conversation. We got some activities, some games, some stuff we're going to get into. We're going to talk about this Falcon roster and whether or not raising the floor is going to raise the victories. That's one of the discussion points that my brother, hopefully, and you, Jack, as you gave us your word that you'd be joining us, we'll be talking about on For My ATL Sports 1 as we hop on over.
Are we playing Jeopardy?
Of course we are, Jack. That's a staple of any team.
I've been wanting to play this damn game.
Well, now you're going to get to play it, dagnammit. Okay.
He's going to ask you something about a 1970s player.
Oh my God!
I remember the other night, Eric. What do you say? The hammer. What was the riddle? The hammer with the name scrambled.
Nah, it should have been the hammer, but look at him.
was Mr. Falcon. It was Mr. Falcon, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That's how we,
yeah.
I
It's
can, I
called
can
just
see
each
that's how
other,
we
Mr. Falcon.
That's how we
T-Will.
talking.
T-Will's
Yeah.
doing a good job on former ATO Sports, man. So make sure y'all go check that out. T-Will, former ATO movies, man. The Spider-Man trailer just dropped. There's apparently news that Dune's new movies coming out the same day as Avengers' new movie, so they want to go toe-to-toe with Avengers on that weekend. Former ATO movies is heating up. You do a good job over there talking movies with the people. Former ATO Sports is heating up. You do a great job talking Falcons football and sports with the people. Let's get to our shout-outs here for tonight, and then we'll head over to T-Will's channel, Former ATO Sports 1. We'll continue the conversation over there tonight so everybody can have a good time and we can watch March Madness and talk some Falcons football. T-Will, Eric, shout-outs?
Brother, you can go first.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out T. Will, Jack, all the other content creators, and we'll see you on the other side.
I just knew he was gonna crack a joke. Now, see, I wasn't ready. I was getting ready to defend myself, and he took the high road. Damn it! All right, so, hey man, shout out to little big brother for joining me, man. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Eric Parker and Mr. Jack Spade. So I love and respect these two gentlemen, and I'm so thankful to the chat. Hey man, thank y'all for joining me. Hey, if you like movies or TV series, come check your boy out at For My ATL Movies 1. We're doing for my ATL movies. Sorry, we're doing real things over there. I think we're like 1,700 subscribers, so we're doing it. And I gotta thank Jack and Eric for giving my start in this business. And hey, come on over to For My ATL Sports 1, where we can continue this conversation, guys. We're gonna have fun. We'll be there for about an hour and 15 minutes, and then we're out because it's Thursday. I know y'all got to go to work tomorrow, and I know me and Jack got a show in the morning. So hey, man,
breakfast with one time in the morning.
Yeah, at 9 a.m. ish
when I wake up
ish when Jack wakes up. But hey man, until then, see you guys in a few moments over on my channel.
It's going down in a major way. Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, X, wherever you can find One Time for the Fan, go ahead and find it. If you can't find us there, let us know so we can add it to that platform. Big shout out to the content creators, everybody in the chat. Big shout out to everybody who's talking Falcons football with us. One time for the fan, always from the fan, for the fan. Man, it's going to be an interesting offseason. I'm glad you guys can join us tonight for this pop-up show. Big shout out to Eric for joining us for tonight. Big shout out to T-Will, former ATO Sports, Miss Carrie, Bodie 3000. Y'all are doing a great job wherever you are in the world, and continue doing it. We're going to head over to former ATO Sports. Let's talk some Falcons football over there. Let's continue the conversation. So if you had a question, if you had a thought, you want to go ahead and put in the chat, head over to the For My ATO Sports. Let's talk some Falcons football over there. Peace, y'all.
Hey.